Okay, another Bryan Kohberger look at his mental state. They had a forensic psychologist, and it's, just right straight down the line what I've said from my first reading. Number one, they found important information on social medias about him, talking about the crimes, stuff when he was a kid. I've got the demons and this stuff happening, and that she has said now that he is an incel, which is the first time I've ever heard that title, but it's like I said, he was jealous of their friendships, of their romance, of all these things, and that's what perpetrated it, okay? So an incel, let me read this, as a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. I rest my case, okay? This is what I got from reading one. In the beginning, that they would find all this stuff on social media, and so now that's coming out. He apparently went to the restaurant, saw them. He would eat at the restaurant. He was a vegan. They said when he came in, he ordered a vegan pizza. He watched to make sure nothing was touching there of any kind of meat items. He wanted specific people to wait on him, etc. Okay? So he ran across them. I'm sure that Kaylee would have come in there and they hung out there. Their roommates worked there. They were servers at this restaurant. And he would go there sometimes because they had vegan options. Okay? So, we'll go through this reading here, but it's right straight down alignment from day one, what I was getting about this guy. So what we have here with him being an incel, she was talking about the concern about his narcissism, or in this case, being an incel. Okay, somebody who was carrying this burden, okay, heavy weight. This really just continued to revolve with him because he was what? A loner. Okay, he had no play. Okay, so he was feeling dejected, alone. Okay. So obviously they said now that he had direct messaged her. She never responded. One of the women that were working there, we don't know which one. But of course that's in his mind a rejection. Okay, because she didn't message him back. Now, I've had a lot of Fruit Loops message me through Facebook, and I don't answer them. I delete them. I see it's a romance scam or some other BS, or want to sell something or whatever. I don't always message back to people. But he saw this again as another rejection. So going into it, we have, his long-term ideology. He was run by, and a lot of times this, I'm glad I pulled this deck, is about the ego. Okay? A lot of times in some of the, if you see the Zen thing, the riding the bull is the ego framework. Well, this was his long-term happenings, this rejection. And this is what he mentally, the theft card, swords are about mind. This is the mental stuff he carried. There was always rejection, okay? Always rejection. They were stealing from him his ability. He couldn't connect with people. And it's kind of a theft of his ego type of thing, that if you want to put it in those terms. But this is stuff he was carrying, okay? Always looking back over his shoulder, always in that dynamic of all the seeds he planted came to nothing. Okay, his harvest was nil. Rejection. Okay, he's got no play. He's got no, no matter what I do. I was heavy, I lost weight, I'm intelligent, and nobody wants me. Okay? So the challenge was he was feeling blocked. No matter what he tried to do, the energy he put out there trying to make it happen, it never happened. Okay? The hidden things. Why is this happening? Okay? And that affected the balance of his day-to-day life. Okay? The pentacles can be your daily life, the daily happenings. It's not always about money. It's about your daily concrete things happening in your life. And to him, this affected his balance. Okay? So, wanted to look at what's underneath of it, and what we have underneath of it is, this is what he fought against. It's like the spy in the camp. He's watching them from afar. They're happy, they're contented people. They had their interactions. Okay? Spy in the camp. He would spy on them. He would watch them from afar. It's like I said, he was stalking them. This is something that he fought within himself all the time. It was like a lit match. Okay? And he would struggle with this. This consumed him. Okay? This was almost like his religion. Okay? And what he worked on, what he was working on behind the scenes, what? These women were powerful, they were smart, intelligent, okay? And they were in control of their actions, okay? They were above him. He had this feeling of loss, always rejection, loss, okay? So this is what opened up. This is about what came rapidly, the things that were coming rapidly, this doorway. In his case, we have this coming down, almost igniting his stuff. He'd keep going over the past, his fantasies of the past, and the rejections. And so that fueled his path forward. When it came to the people that were involved, these women, okay, that they were happy, partying, enjoying life, and he's rejected, okay? So this is what fueled him. His wishes, his desires were always met with naught. And what happened? I think that says it all. He's going to show them. He had these mental spins, emotional, mental spins of what? Rejection. Okay, rejection. This is, we got an upside. I never pull upside down, but this came in upside down. His action, okay, taking action, taking charge, was what? It wasn't done in a positive way. It's a negative way. His negative, which caused what? The deaths. The deaths of these people. It didn't solve anything, but his mental space was driven by revenge, okay? And now he's paying the consequence of it. It didn't get him anywhere. It just aided his fantasy in that moment, okay? It aided his fantasy in the moment. And now he's going to pay the price. So let me know what you think of the reading. I think that it you know, an incel. Yeah. Exactly it. He was so jealous of their happiness, jealous of the, you know, that he kept feeling rejected no matter what he did. I was heavy, I lost the weight, you know. So, I'm going to leave this here. I'll put this up on the tarot, how to read tarot as well, because it gives a bit of, you know, some of those cards, the way that I view them, if people are interested, and how you develop your story that comes out through the tarot, interpreting it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.